morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is Pamela, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents may or may not affect our daily lives. Listen, if y'all didn't just get off Cats Live, not even 10, 15 minutes ago, I have come on here just to discuss. If you want to hear about old Mr. Corey Harris, I would definitely go back over there. But I am just going to hit the highlights of that because that is not the crux of what I want to talk about today. All right. So you remember old Mr. Corey Harris, we first were introduced to him because he had a Zoom court hearing. And in that court hearing, he was driving and he was supposed to be driving under suspended license, all of this other stuff, yada, yada, yada. Again, go catch cat. But what we find out is that he never had a driver's license. He had a state ID card. And so when he was caught driving or doing whatever it was he was doing years ago, it has all come to fruition. He's gone on TV and the thing. He wanted people to apologize. He was embarrassed. His church folks saw him and all this other stuff. And it ended up he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do in the first place. The very first place. So let me just go over this article real quick. Cat has the Zoom meeting where the judge went off. You hear me? The judge went off. Hold on just one moment. Gonna share my screen really quick. This is what it is. You remember this. This was iconic. There's a new twist in the case of a Michigan man who joined a court hearing for his suspended license via Zoom. The judge in the case revealed that he had never had a legal license in his entire life anywhere in the United States, because baby, that judge had time when that news article came out, that the news report that came out that we all did, and I even did an apology video and everything like that. The judge was like, okay, you're not going to be on here embarrassing me, making me seem like I'm out here just putting you in jail and you slandering me and slandering the Secretary of State, yada, yada, yada. He went back and did more due diligence and found out that the man didn't even have a license in the first place. Corey Harris was in court in Ann Arbor on Wednesday, a week after his May 15 court hearing went viral. Harris joined that May 15 court hearing regarding his suspended license via Zoom while arriving at Judge Cedric Simpson's with unsurprisingly dumbfounded. Mr. Harris, are you driving? We go through there. But during Wednesday's hearing, which should have only lasted a few minutes, was close to a 30-minute long as Judge Simpson questioned statements that Harris made during his original arrest on October 2023. Harris told WXYZ that he had no idea he was driving on a suspended license. Baby, you didn't have a license. Talking about he didn't have no idea. The assertion is absolutely incorrect with reference to any faulty information, Judge Simpson said. I'm going to make sure that the court record is very, very clear as to what this court knows and to what this court acted on May 15. Simpson said that if he made a mistake or had wrong information, he would correct it. However, he said that the record is clear. Harris never had a legal driver's license anywhere in the state or country. He's never had a license ever and has never had a license in any of the other 49 states or commonwealths that make up this country, Simpson says. This man went and clocked every Secretary of State to check to see if this man, a Department of Transportation or whatever it is in your state, he clocked every last one of them to make sure that you all understood that this man had no license nowhere. The judge then explained that Harris did have his license privileges suspended. When they suspended his license, they did not suspend the license. They suspend the privilege to drive in the state, which is a difference. Hence, if he had a Kentucky license, he would have been allowed to drive anywhere that Kentucky allowed him to drive. He just couldn't drive in Michigan because the privileges have been restricted. Baby, that judge had time. So y'all go check out that Zoom meeting. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but just let's just say homeboy was looking as dumbfounded as he was looking in the car. He's looking dumbfounded in this courtroom, baby, because they put his butt in jail. They sent him back to the back because he had it says, the way I know he's never had a license is because on May 3rd, 1999, he was 19 at the time. He applied for his first Michigan ID, Simpson said. He has religiously every year gotten a new ID. So he knows that he does not have a license. So he went to get a picture ID, is what we call it in the state that I live in. But he never did sit down and take the driver's test. And I know in my state, they look similar, but there's just some slight differences. Child, a mess. A mess. I know. Had us all feeling bad, and I'm on things just saying I apologize because you done put the child. Never again. Never again. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. This is the story that I want to go over really, really quick. Let me see if it'll show. Mm, mm, mm. Let's see. Here we go, right here. Now, when people start talking about being pissed off, this woman right here has pissed me off. And I mean, she has pissed me off. And the reason, here we go. Georgia Court of Appeals indefinitely pauses the election subversion conspiracy case against Donald Trump. Let's go over what this article says. It's written by who? Zachary Cohen and some Sarah Murphy. Sorry, y'all. You know, my glasses only go so far. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Well, we're just going to have to do what we can do. A Georgia appeals court has halted the election subversion conspiracy case against Donald Trump and several of his co-defendants, a massive victory for the former president seeking to push further legal issues until 2025 if he can't beat them all together. The new order filed Wednesday from the Georgia Court of Appeals is the latest indication that a trial in the state level Georgia election subversion case will not occur before the 2024 presidential election. The court said the case will be on hold until a panel of judges rules on whether Fulton County District Attorney Fani Williams should be disqualified. Let me just tell you this, because I'm not gonna go too far. I just have a couple of little statements and then I'm gonna get on off of here. And I'm trying to collect my words. And I'm really trying to collect my words and be very I guess diplomatic about what I want to say. I'm not really caring about Donald Trump per se. I don't really care. So how you all feel politically about that man is how you all feel politically about that man. You know who I am upset for? See, I'm upset for those two poll workers who were threatened, who were told that they tried to that they were the ones that tried to steal the election away from this man. You had one of the defendants go and almost strong arm them. She's out there telling them that she has the authority to put them in jail and do all of these little different things. See, that's who I am pissed off for. And I'm pissed off because oh hot in the tail Fanny couldn't figure out what she needed to do. You knew that it was risky for you to put this man who you knew that you had a sexual relationship with uh on here to do this case, and you should have done the right thing. Because like I said, whether or not they had a sex, that's not my business. But if you knew you did, then that should have been part of the record saying, hey, I did my due diligence to try to find somebody to do this case that will work this case. I could not. This is the man that was going to do that. I just want to put it out there that on such and such and such and such, we dated. But you didn't do that. He wasn't supposed to do that, not because of anything else, but she's the one who was duly elected by the citizenry of Fulton County. Stuff like this should not happen. Poll workers should not be threatened for doing their job because someone's candidate didn't win. And that's what pisses me off. And we spent probably a whole 2.5 weeks going over your sexual private life because that was stuff that was used against you. When you could have come out and got in front of it. A mess. A mess. I'm not going to read any more of that article because I'm getting pissed off. So now it looks like even if you are able to do that, you might not even be the district attorney. So once you leave the district attorney's office, I do not know if the subsequent district attorney is going to take on this case. I mean, it's on the docket and all this other stuff, but they can decide not to take this case forward. And you have two poll workers that was under your tutelage, under your guidance as a district attorney, that they won't get justice for being threatened for doing their job. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. So my thing is this: you all get these positions, and I love it that you get the positions, but y'all need to make sure that you all are above reproach. Because honey, whatever it is you did in the dark, because you're dark, it's going to come up to the light. And I'm just being real about that. It is just what it is. All right, people, I wasn't going to be on here long. I just wanted to go over those two stories really, really quick because sometimes it's easier just to go live than it is to do all this stuff and make the thumbnail. I'll make the thumbnail after I get off here. But what do y'all think about these two stories? What do y'all think about old Corey Harris? Ain't never had a driver's license. He had a picture ID. He had a identification card or whatever it is they call it in Michigan. But he's never sat and taken a driver's license before. And baby, if you'd have watched that Zoom meeting, he was standing up there. He was real indignant and all of this other stuff. But when that judge lambasted his tail, all of a sudden he had to sit down because he realized the truth was thing. And then he had some kind of I can't remember. And Cat, go like I said, go back and watch Cat's show, a quick live that she just did. They sent his butt right back to the back because he had an outstanding bench warrant arrest or whatever it was. But anyway, what do you think about that? What are y'all thinking about the Georgia Court of Appeals indefinitely pausing the election subversion conspiracy case? What are y'all thinking about Fani? Because she might be disqualified. And it's a doggone shame. A doggone shame. Mm, mm, mm. All right, people. We do this every week. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please share this video if you care. Hit that thumbs up. It really helps my engagement. And also help me get to 3,000 subscribers. Please let everybody know that I'm over here making these videos. Please tell a friend, tell a kin, tell your coworker, tell that heifer that you can't stand that I'm over here making these videos, y'all. And as always, people, bye-bye.